we don't recognize and follow the teachings of Jesus Christ, this is part of our faith as Muslims as well. So next we have a video from Brother Yusuf, and this time I think I got the right one queued up, but we'll make sure it's right. It's a video called Freeze that was recently produced.
Yeah, this is the one that I was beginning to introduce before. I'm in a group in Boston called Black Mateen, which consists of myself and one other brother. And some of the imagery that you'll see in the video, you might be a little curious about. A non-Muslim, a good non-Muslim friend of ours named Daniel Gomez produced the video, and it's just painting a picture of your average day in the life of really just a young man from Boston. So you're going to see some everyday images that might not necessarily be Islamic, but it's to kind of paint the picture of the choices that people have to make every day, and the options that are available to us every day, whether we know it or not. So you'll see footage of a masjid, you'll see footage of several churches, you'll see footage of a liquor store, you'll see footages of members of the Nation of Islam, you'll see images of drug deals, and just things that go on every day. And the video was shot in the Roxbury section of Boston, which also happens to be where a young man named Abdul came of age, who later became A.L.I. So, it's a silent movie. But what we want to focus on, at least in the first couple of pieces, is what is taking place right now in Bahrain. I got Bahrain on my brain, they shouting in the dark, can't turn the other way. You gotta pray for your ox and your sisters. It's no different than a rocket's resistance. They ain't even throwing rocks. Divine justice, we want to know unless we learn it from a man they call poet possessed. But the worldwide press ignores the oppressed with more wars and rumors of war. Yeah, I guess. The book of Matthew 24:6, a quote from Jesus. How many more kids gotta suffer before we all had enough of this so-called chosen and broken their covenants time and again? Write rhymes with the pen like the prophet Idris say, peace drop a gem. We know about Egypt, Syria, Tunisia. Don't turn your back on your brothers because they share. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
A lamb or a slaughter or shepherd leading waters, rest in peace to my father will I drink Euphrates water and drop from the scholar's blood flowing at the altar. They try to fulfill the theories of Thomas Malthus, my heart to the prophet, my soul to his daughter. Journey on straight path, she recessed me when I faltered her light, drew me in like moth to flame. I saw her, Zahra is how I call her. She's just like my mother. She inspires us to cover, to love one another. The bonds of the brothers uplift those who follow. They follow whoever, but you are my master. No food, no drink, 3 consecutive days faster. Vicar beat maker, sincere tear collector, inspired by the image of the struggles reflected. Watch the wave flames of the sins all I collected. For those who remember how you were neglected. Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
When these innocents die, innocence dies. Incense we cry, because in a sense we die. Intense on the 10th. It was intense, 71 bodies limp. One body tense, Ya Hussein screamed for generations since Bahrain. It seems that Yazid is your friends understand what this means. Oppression, rape children, slice open midsection, pull out fetus, and start over again, feel justified because Obama's your friend. Oops, did I hurt your virginal ears? You didn't know that your taxes were creating these tears? It's okay, it's the price that Shias pay. But beware, because these same Shias pray. Glory to the Most High. You can't stand this riot, do the math. The meek shall inherit at last. Salawat.
I got Bahrain on my brain. As the skies, pardon me. Bahrain on my brain like Imam Hussein. The skies fry blood. Can you feel the rain? Can you feel the pain? Of Abdul, that's the first Shaheed as we await Almighty. Bury the body for a house in heaven. February 14, 2011. But since then, the killing is non-stop. A caliph for blood spilling onslaught. We started gathering a pro roundabout at the same time. Others were turning out for what they call the Arab Spring. But don't sleep on Islamic awakening, because the brothers are living a nightmare. It's quite clear that the U.S. don't care about the crimes of the Saudi army, though they're willing to take down the Saudi Gaddafi.
I am a protester. This piece was written in the height of the protest. Everyone was talking about Egypt. First Tunisia, then Egypt. Then we were talking about things happening in Morocco, things happening over here. At the end of the day, there were protests in Bahrain that went ignored. And there was no press coverage. But there were Saudi soldiers being hired. There was oppression. There were protesters, and there was no news coverage given to these brothers and sisters who had sacrificed their lives in the same way as other brothers and sisters had sacrificed their lives. And that I didn't like. So I started writing this piece I dedicated it to the second martyr, and second and first martyr. The first martyr was Ali Mushayma in the Bahrain insurrection. Remember that name, Ali Mushayma. May he rest in peace and his family be blessed. That was the first martyr. The second martyr was Qadr al-Matruk. And how he became a martyr was Qadr went to his friend's funeral. You know, he went to the janazah, he went to the funeral, and as they're taking the bodies, the police called this a unlawful assembly and protest. And he was shot and killed. So I dedicate this to A.L.I. Thru. This is a piece that I put online. I'm looking forward to publishing this along with a piece, 71 other pieces. I called it 72 Martyrs and Modern Martyrs that have passed away to represent different themes. I'm a protester. Assalamu alaikum. I am Badal al-Matruk. I am the essence of the lesson inside the holy book. I am the voice of verses. I am the chorus and the hook. I am the shivers in your spine shook, for now I'm spooked. Cold spirit ripped out of an outer casing, I spit fire. Chased by pigs with rubber and gun chambers, open fire. I am truth spoken clearly that is hidden by liars. I'm a funeral pallbearer. I am the Indian funeral pyre. My soul lifts higher. I see the funeral processions. I am a friend of Ali Mushayma, the first martyr of insurrection, an organized opposition to authority or a faction trying to wrest control from the majority. Neither. I'm a protector of truth that is hidden. I'm a Shia Muslim trapped in Bahraini prisons. I'm a protester. I stand before tanks in Tiananmen. I hold aloft a banner, tear gas, free speech movement. Berkeley in 60s. I am Panther. I am Sioux. I am the children of Egypt who are born in you. I am Hussein at Karbala who refuses to submit to Yazid. I am incorruptible by buyouts. My enemy is greed. I am the saddle that is upon the back of the white steed, of the one who wields the green flag, Imam Mahdi. I am faith. I am brother, a father of a son and daughter. I am the son of Salman. I am the Bahrain second martyr. Shotgun shells separate skin, covering spine, suffering. Severed sinews and cell synapses slowly stop shuffling. Messages, the cerebral cortex, cerebellum collapses. Lip body falls back to clay. Amidst additional flashes, I came to mourn my brother. Not others mourn me. No cease and desist orders, no swine warn me. No goodbyes conveyed to my 5 and 2-year-old seeds. No final moments given so I can scream peace. I am the son of Salman. I'm the son of Bahrain. I'm the son of a nation that mourns for Hussein. I'm the son of Egypt, of Tunisia. I'm a Libyan, liberated from this illusionary constructed dungeon. I'm a Haitian quake survivor. I'm a boy from Qatif. I'm an average resident of Baghdad. I'm an Indian chief. My blood should not be wasted. I hear my father say, Salawat upon the prophet. I hear my father pray. Shotgun to the back to send me back to my Lord. I envision Abbas giving Hussein back his own sword. I'm every martyr since Bahrain, Egyptian lands. I'm every Berber oppressed in Sahara sands. I'm a sand nigga terrorist, an Orientalist session. The West calls me Saracen, embargoes and tension. My blood should not be wasted, so learn the lesson. Those who die upon the path only gain blessings of everlasting life. I never wanted strife. I only wanted to live free, not under proverbial knife or gunfire or spitfire from mouths of liars. Please. I only wanted to live this life in justice and peace. Through my death, you will learn of the family's name. Inshallah, my blood flows for the blood of Hussein. This is the sound made of many voices, the downtrodden, oppressed, and exploited, left without choice, say the greatest resistance, revolution, and absolution in the sweat of persistence. Salawat.
Striving for the highest level of heaven, surviving like the Houthi rebels of Yemen. It's been said that 9/11 is 24/7 in other countries. They go to war with our brethren. I get raw like Antonio Hardy. My rock is show won't go to no party. I'm not God body, only God can body me. Like the jacket said, the rap is dead, I'm packing lead. Talk about a pencil, a jar of thoughts that pop up in my mental. Hip-hop was influential. In my younger days, since an Irish kid with hunger pains like Bobby Sands. More than it's a hobby, man. It's a problem, not a pastime. I put in work to perfect the product and treat each project like it's my last rhyme.
Allahu Akbar.
Dedicated to the occupied brothers and sisters, wealth of nations. Secular state of Islam and the sorceress, satanic versus yet money chorus. God you trust with money's God. Prayers paying interest. Credit system false wings people Icarus. Devil's incubus upon your ignorance. Wall Street built on bones of indigenous. Thoughts interrupt intellect turns to dust. Whispers of golden caffeine stimulus. They attack your trust. Sam taxes us. Live life through loans. Big murders us. Our corpses built wrong. They prosper us. Break the earth seed busts in a uterus. Devil spawn antichrist like Vesuvius. Erupts an economic storm. The Mika crush. Babylon with Lazarus. Fisticuffed the dollar one-eyed devil. Now burn it up.
Allahu Akbar.
I'm seeing poor slobs with no jobs, mourning the death of Steve Jobs as they're playing on my iPod. My God, we work hard but need fuel assistance. This life is just a cruel existence. Americans are trying to occupy Wall Street, fine, but free Palestine. Then we can all be. If you were Paramount, we could get down and feast on some halal meat. Shortly after facing east, I'm saying peace to my physical brothers, saying prayers for lost souls and the miserable mothers. My boy used to dream about Boston College. Now heading in the cab to the doctor's office for therapy is the highlight of his week. Allah takes care of me. I write plus I speak with a firm conviction. Gotta learn and listen. It's dark, how his heart don't burn in the kitchen. Next piece, a little bit more personal, kind of coming off what I just said. Obviously, I come from a non-Muslim background, and people always ask, "How did you come to Islam?" Because I think they think they're only going to have one story, like Cat Stevens had one miraculous story. SubhanAllah, I wish I did, but mine was a slow process. And sometimes, as the brother Hakeem said, when we become Muslim, we go through a paradigm shift, which means we change the lenses through which we view life. So I became Muslim 9 years ago, alhamdulillah. Not that long before that, a few years before that, I lost a very good friend of mine through suicide. I work, my 9 to 5, I work in group homes. I work with kids who suffer from emotional and mental illness, and it's rampant in the U.S. It's amazing. If you read some of these stories that the youth in America go through, you count your blessings. So this piece was just kind of me looking back at the friend that I lost, and now I'm looking at it through a more Islamic lens. And subhanAllah, Allah works in mysterious ways, and sometimes through tragedy comes light, but Allah knows best. 1998, my mind stayed depressed because that's the year Jeff left. I wasn't even Seth yet. Suicide in the burbs. You went out speaking words for the last time. 2 days before you were gone, or it's born. It's etched in my brain now. We stood on my porch and talked about a house of pain. Days later, I'm a pallbearer. Death is still something that most of y'all scared of. I cried in church, hurt because my body was dearly departed, but started to study later that year. Hit the library, intro to Islam books, there wasn't many. There's only one God, no son, no father. You try to tell me different, you son, don't bother. I still see your brother, still see your mother. Tell him to rely on Allah.